So welcome back to San Diego Comic-Con for Season 2. It's great to see that this show is growing and finding its audience and everything. Now the pressure's on. You've got that first season out of the way. Going into Season 2, what are some of the hardest things for you, and what are some of the most exciting things for you?
They're kind of the same thing. The first season on any show is very much kind of finding its feet, finding out what works, what the audience responds to, and really what kind of animal you have. So second season, it's very exciting because you feel like, all right, we understand this game now. Now we're going to play it at the top level we can. In terms of the actual story, because it's the story of how Gotham kind of rolls downhill, each season gets more intense, more urgent, more anarchic, more kind of that the DC universe is so big and epic and wild, and no TV show in any given episode can really encompass everything that you could do. So this second season is very much allowing us to stretch our legs and really start hacking away at the story in a much more bravura kind of way.
Yeah.
In terms of future villains, has there been any thought of bringing the Mad Hatter into play?
You know, me and Danny in the rest of the writers' room, because Danny is not just the producer director but also writer on the show. A lot of the discussion is, what of those DC villains, who's a great one, who would work on TV. The Mad Hatter is certainly one that would work great, and we're talking about him a lot.
The great thing about this is none of these characters have origin stories, so it's just finding the right character to have an origin story. Like this season, we'll be talking about Mr. Freeze, and Hugo Strange for now. But Mad Hatter has been brought up. So is Calendar Man.
Nice.
So it's great. We're a little more confident now with approaching these origin stories with a little more freedom. Which one was that? No.
Betty Kane.
Do you remember, it was there must have been a misfire.
Yeah. One of the odd things about doing a show like this is that the audience is far more knowledgeable and than
we are.
Because we just, fans, but you can't be as knowledgeable as the people who are. So you're kind of producing something it's like cooking a meal for top chefs. It's a big, exciting challenge, but it's nerve-wracking because, like I say, normally you don't take the audience with a pinch of salt, obviously, in any circumstance, but you're doing it on your own terms. Whereas this, we have to do it on everybody's terms. We'll miss some people, we'll pull other people in, but that's the challenge.
But I think it's easy to do when you keep those characters' feet firmly on the ground.
Yeah.
And there's a reality to the characters. It's a lot easier to play like an emotional chord to these people if you can relate to them, if they are, if they're like you and me, rather than big grand entrances of fictitious costumed characters.
And that's one of the sort of unforetold assets of the show, is that because people don't enter in costume, it keeps it human. In a very real way, both for the actors and the writers. As soon as you put people in masks, then you kind of have to put your fists on your hips and enter like that, and that's very hard to sustain.
I'm curious, was there a character or a storyline that you guys wanted to do in Season 1 that you maybe at the last second decided, we're going to go in a different direction, or maybe altered in a way, or was it always kind of by the book throughout the whole season?
Well, it wasn't by the book through the whole season because we got an extra order for, how many was it?
Oh yeah, it was 16 at first, it turned into 22.
Right.
So
just when people were crawling towards the line like in Chariots of Fire, they said, all right, now do another 3 laps. But especially with a show like this where you've got these iconic characters, you can't improv as much as you might with a show where you can just throw a character in and make it up yourself. You have to be very aware of that you're using up ammunition.
Yeah.
Certainly for myself, I'm always thinking in the long term. I mean, a TV show is not 1 season or 2 seasons. It's as many seasons as you can. It's a lifetime almost. So.
Right. That's okay. Thank you.
Thank you.